Good afternoon. What we're going to do today is kind of take a look at how to use our calculator to help us put our fractions in. So if I would want to put the fraction 1/4 into my calculator, we are going to put the number 1 in first. And then this white button is going to be your fraction button. And you should notice then that it turns and looks like a backwards L. So it would be 1, L, and then you're going to press the 4. That translates to 1/4 into your calculator. So if we would want to then add to 1/4 1/2, we would press plus, and we're going to repeat the same process. We're going to put the number 1 in first. We're going to press our fraction button, which gives us that backwards L. And then we're going to press the number 2. We're then going to press the equals button. And our answer is 3/4. That backwards L translates as our fraction bar. So the answer we get is 3/4. If we would want to translate that into a decimal, what we're going to do is press our second button, and then you're going to press, oops, not that one, the arrow button, and it'll translate that into the decimal for 3/4. Let's say that we would like to put in a mixed number. We would want to add, let's go with multiply since we're working on that in class. We're going to multiply 2 1/3 times 4 3/5. So we will put the 2. We're going to press the fraction button, and that's going to give us that backwards L. We're going to put in the number 1, push the fraction button again, and press the number 3. You'll now notice how it looks in the screen. 2 line 1 backwards L 3. That's going to translate to the 2 1/3. Let's multiply, and we're going to repeat the same process. So to put an improper or a mixed number in, you're going to press the whole number, press your fraction button, put your numerator in, press the fraction button, put your denominator in. It should look, whoops. It should look 4 line, because that's the whole number, 3 backwards L 5. That's going to translate to 4 3/5. We're going to press the equals button. That here is now your answer. The 10 is the whole number, the 11 is the numerator, and the 15 is your denominator. Your answer is 10 3/5. If we would like to translate 10 3/5 into an improper fraction, you're going to press the second button, and then here you see that it says DC. So you're going to press your fraction button, and you will get 161 over 15. And that is your mixed number. So let's try a division button, or division. We are going to do 3 4/5 divided by 2 5/8. Since these are mixed numbers, we would do 3, press your fraction button, press your numerator, your fraction button, and the denominator. So we did whole number, fraction button, numerator, fraction button, denominator. And that gave us put our mixed number into our calculator. We're now going to press the division button, and we're going to repeat the same process for the next fraction of 2 5/8. You are first going to put in your whole number, which is the 2. Press the fraction button, place your numerator in, fraction button, and then the 8. And then press equals. And your whole number is 1. Your numerator is 47. And your denominator is 105. To change that to a mixed number, we are going to press the second button and press the fraction button. And that would translate to the mixed number. In order to change that to a decimal, we're going to press the fraction button. And if you notice here, above the line as the F with an arrow and the D with the arrow. So we're going from fraction to decimal or decimal to fraction. This then is the decimal for the fraction of 152 over 105. Let's do another division. What if we have a whole number divided by a fraction? So we're going to clear it out. I'm going to take off all this. And I'm going to start the same way. Since 4 is a whole number, I only need to press the number 4. I do not need to make it into a fraction. The calculator reads it. So all I'm going to do is press the number 4 in. I'm going to press the denominator, or the division button, I'm sorry. And now we have to put our fraction into our calculator. Since it is a mixed number, you're going to put your whole number in first, press your fraction button, put your denominator or your numerator in second, press your fraction button so that it knows that you are creating a mixed number. The whole number, the numerator, the fraction bar, and now the denominator. And then press equals. 10 over 21 is our answer. To translate that into a decimal, we can press the second button and our fraction denominator button. And that is the decimal for 10 and 21. 10 over 21 is already a proper fraction. We cannot change that into an improper fraction. So we are going to leave it as that. So to recall how we look at these and put them into our calculators. For a whole number or a mixed number, you put your whole number in first. This is your most frequently used button for the fractions. Press the fraction button, the numerator. Let it know that you are creating a mixed number by pressing the fraction button again. And then the denominator. And let's multiply that then. And what if we multiply that by a whole number? A whole number, all we have to do is put in the number. We do not need to create a fraction. And you have 9 and 1/2. Sometimes we do work with improper fractions. In order to change that to an improper fraction using your calculator, you can press the second button and use your fraction button again. And that gives you 19 over 2. Be sure to use this recording along with the cheat sheet file to help you put your fractions into your calculator in order to help us solve our unit rate problems.